Okay, welcome everyone to Off the Hook Showdown 31. I am Yeson and I am joined by totally not Tails today.
You can just call me TNT. I'm very excited to be here. I'm very new to the scene around OCE Splatoon competitive, so this is my first time ever really seeing an Off the Hook Showdown kind of happen. I didn't know it existed until just this week when it was being brought back. But you've seen this around. You've been around for a bit, haven't you, Yesuen? So can
I
you tell me?
surely have. And Off the Hook Showdown never fails to disappoint. We get some of the best players in the scene in these tournaments. And looking at our lineup for tonight, I am not expecting anything different. We've got some Div 1 Oceanic teams playing, as well as a pickup team as well of some pretty strong players. So I think we're in for some good matches.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night, and we hope everyone in chat sticks around to see it to the end. Do we know who we are going to see first on stream today?
I believe I do. I think we're beginning with Krill Switch versus a pickup team. That pickup team that we mentioned just moments ago are going to be battling it out at the bottom of the bracket to start things off. We're just starting with a simple best of three. We've got Splat Zones, Rainmaker, and Clan Blitz. Yeah, it should be a good little taster to kick things off.
Yeah. Well, we've seen plenty of Krill Switch around. They've been playing a lot recently, trying to see if they can push themselves to the limit, try and break through those limits. So we don't really need to mention Krill Switch all that much. Let's have a look at the team here, pickup team. Their captain Doggy, we got McKill, CJ Spatter, I'm trying to read these names, and Inkmew. If I'm not mistaken.
I was just going to say, we've seen these players in a few different teams over the last few months. It looks like our game is ready to go, so we'll talk a bit about their pedigree in a bit. But right now, let's talk weapons. TNT, what are we seeing?
We're seeing a Dynamo, we're seeing a Sploosh, we're seeing a Crab Edit, and a Decav.
Oh, what a treat. I love to see a Dynamo in Splat Zones. It's not hard to explain why we might be seeing a Dynamo here on Inkbot. You can get a lot of zone coverage from a pretty safe position with that Dynamo and get some sneaky splats to boot. Krill Switch going to be getting the early lead here, getting several splats and threatening to push onto Plat, though it's being held down quite well by Crab Tank on CJ.
Yeah, CJ here was targeting the Red Eye, who was on top mid there. Red Eye with the Dynamo sitting on the top block. You see a Decav on the far left trying to see if they can get a pick. They gets one, but goes down immediately to the Zap, I think that was. Oh no, there's no Zap.
Or the Wavebreaker trade back potentially. Zipcaster, the Decapitator does have the disadvantage that it must stay grounded after its charging attack, which means it is vulnerable to the Wavebreaker. With only 35 points left, this is already looking like it might be over before you know it.
Yeah, you see here that pickup team is really unable to fall back down from their plat. Krill Switch has a pretty hard lockdown around that ledge, around left. You see that the Decav did try to go for a flank, as we saw, but it got immediately shut down. And that's game.
Yeah, if you've got enough ink to hold an angle like that and only 10 seconds left on the clock, there's no reason not to fence your opponents in with a lovely dually roll. Krill Switch are going to take that first game very handedly. And not too surprising at that. It just goes to show when you've been playing as a team, as Krill Switch have been, with so many events under their belt now as well, they really have that coordination on lock.
Yeah, you can't really put past the amount of effort that goes into keeping a team around for this long, especially when a lot of teams seem to come and go. Just this past year, I've seen plenty of teams go, plenty of teams come. But Krill Switch really just loves to stick around, and I love that, you know.
Yeah,
just love to root for a team
together, a team that are friends together. They can stick around for the long haul, and they can eventually get results as well, as proven by Krill Switch. Now, our next game, I believe, is a Rainmaker match. Let's find out which map we're going to be seeing. It looks like it's going to be Rainmaker Umami next. An interesting choice for Rainmaker, I feel. It's not one I've seen too many times. TNT, what's your read on this?
My read on this is that Umami is a very specific and unique map. It has that very poignant top mid position, like the big block that separates the map into two halves, basically. But I've never really seen Rainmaker on this map, so it's gonna be interesting to see it be used in this game.
Yeah. Post rework, I've noticed there are a lot more ways to reclaim the mid position. This used to be a map where if your opponent got a good push on Rainmaker, it was actually very hard to remove the Rainmaker from that position. You're usually either jumping off the map or just, fighting those head-to-head battles that are very difficult to escape. So, post-rework, I'm hoping we'll see a bit more retakes in mid, a few more resets to neutral in this game. And I'm also hoping the pickup team are going to be able to get some momentum started. It's only at best of 3. They don't have many chances to get their gears spinning in this tournament. We are doing double elimination, so they will have another chance if they don't win this one, but not many more. So hoping we see some signs of life from the team here.
Yeah, we always want to believe in an underdog in any scenario. People love an underdog. People want to see him, succeed and win. So let's put our belief and hopes into pickup team here as we get into the game right now, I think.
Yep, alright, looking at those weapon lineups, we've got that Rapid Deco coming back again. Additionally, we've got the ballpoint for pickup team. That is a nice choice. I think that'll do them quite nicely on a lot of the tight angles on this map.
I think you failed to realize that Meat Boy is on the well string right there.
If I failed to realize it, I was just kind of hoping you would get to have the fun of revealing that one. Wellstring, it's a good weapon for Rainmaker. You've got a lot of utility for finding opponents on this weapon, and also with the wide coverage you can lock down Rainmaker paths on defense really easily. It's just offense where it tends to have a bit more trouble, but I do not think the rest of Krill Switch is having trouble with that.
Yes, and it also has extreme object damage, able to shred a Rainmaker shield in pretty much one full charge. We see Krill Switch already immediately taking a very early lead, taking out the first checkpoint in not even it's just been a minute, not even a minute yet.
Yeah, they're having a real hard time dealing with those dualies, finally finding the pick on the top of the map there, and that's going to allow them to stabilize a little bit. Big Bubble is going to buy us some space, and the Wellstring is currently in play to take that down. It goes immediately.
Yeah, especially if the Wellstring targets the weak spot on the top, the bubble just goes down immediately. But that's a wipeout from Krill Switch, and they immediately get the dunk, ending the game and the set, I think.
Yeah, an incredibly powerful point from Krill Switch there. There was a bit more resistance from Pickup Team. We saw them hold Krill Switch at that checkpoint for quite some time, but the wipeout is going to call curtains on that matchup. Krill Switch take the 2-0, and they are going to move forward in the winner's bracket. Pickup Team will be dropping to losers.
We'll hope they do well in losers bracket and hopefully fight their way back up, maybe for a rematch, but we have yet to see the other teams in the tournament yet. So we'll see. Of
course. Yeah, upcoming matchups we have is Daycare and Krill Switch. Now Krill Switch being able to face off against the top seed of this competition. We also have 2 other teams that we might be able to see here. No, that match has already started. So we will not be seeing Spellbound and their opponent. Which is a name I cannot read.
Really? You can't read that name? Let's have a look at this name. Yeah, I can't read that either.
Yes, do we have any pronunciation guides on our second seed team?
Don't know.
Alright, that's fine. We have a Japanese team in this tournament, and it is not a team that I recognize. So, keen to see how they do as well. They've been seeded second in this tournament, so they're going to be up against Spellbound right now. We can see that they've taken the first point against Spellbound, so they are priming themselves for the winner's bracket final. I think we're going to be potentially watching Daycare and Krill Switch next, unless we're waiting for loser's bracket. Just waiting for confirmation on that. Excellent, so we're going to be dropping into Daycare and Krill Switch as soon as that's ready. In the meantime, we'll take a quick hydration break, so don't go anywhere. That will be right up in just a minute.